Oh, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with our Sensei Bob. And we're on the Bob, and my favorite meal is breakfast. Right? And I'm at a super duper fancy hotel. Can I have a straw? Pardon me, straw. And this, I had an amazing breakfast: waffles, berries, whipped cream, 2 eggs, and just grits, right? And coffee, lots of coffee. So, nice Wi-Fi, beautiful little booth, and plushy rugs. Perfect. Oh, you are the best. Thank you. And it smells nice too. And so this is one of my back in the day places. When I cruise through this neighborhood, but it's the highest end place. I have no cash. Why do I come here instead of go to, McDonald's? Because I get an amazing meal for about maybe $4 more than McDonald's, right? And I get to sit in a nice plushy booth and be waited on and treated nicely. And I can stay here pretty much as long as I want to. Place closes, I think, at 2. I could stay here till 2. But I have things to do, so I will be here for an hour or 2. And how much time do I have on this battery here? Oh, I got 80. And here we are back. A little time lag, a little bit. That's okay. It adds to the glamour and mystique. And this won't be a long show. Maybe 1 or 2-ish. And I will talk. I'll figure out what I'm going to talk about, right? And so right now, I just want to say welcome aboard and come back and check me out around sometime between noon and 1. I should be starting and probably be going until 2-ish, right? And anyone who wants to drop anything into the old PayPal, that would be truly, the next, until the end of March, till I'm going to be on the Bob, and I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing, but you're going to love the show. It's going to be, the show's going to be on the move. I'm going to interview people, talk to folks. Let's see, what time is it? It's not even 9 p.m. I'm not a morning guy. I kind of slept. This is I bought this at the thrift store at 50 cents. I bought 2 cool hats, each for 50 cents. For $1, I got 2 hats. So, and they're both kind of like what they call pork pie hats. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And drop something PayPal and get a hold of me at my email, the dudawake42@gmail, dudawake42@gmail, dudawake42@gmail. Okay? So I'll see you a little later in a few hours, like sometime between noon and 1. I'll get to where I'm going to go. I'll come back on the channel and do a show that I'm thinking about stuff, right? And, we're moving towards Thanksgiving, and I'm moving towards, letting go. I'm an Aquarian by nature, and an Aquarian is, even though they are like out there, they are very fixed on things. So I can be stubborn and I can be impatient. But I know this, so I keep aware of it, right? Conscious intent I am. Right? So when you're conscious of those things, that can be your Achilles heel. Usually, that awareness brings a larger picture. And then you can accomplish even more. So remember to be conscious of where I am. Know what your 20 is. Know what your 360. And so, and things that seem like a surprise really been orchestrated. Right? Things that seem, oh my God, how did that happen? It was on the script. No one likes to hear this, especially scholastics. What are you talking about? There is no such thing. I played George Carlin a few shows back where he says, these guys don't meet in a boardroom someplace. They went to the same schools. They belong to the same clubs. Right? They're on the same boards on lots of different corporations. So they have a lot of time to kind of roll with the punches. And these things have been planned, for hundreds of years, right? So, central banking and all of that, Mr. Rothschild, Albert Pike. Why do we have the eye of Horus on the dollar bill? Why is pyramid on the dollar bill? There are so many esoteric and occult symbols in our culture, in American culture, right? Go to Washington, D.C. They're getting laid out like a Ouija board. So, anyway, it's 6 minutes and 47 seconds. So why don't we, the way to deal with all your problems is to breathe. Where I slept last night, most people couldn't sleep, right next to a train, in, a ditch. But I meditated bad. I slept for a good 6 hours, right? And I woke up good as, and I placed myself. It was cold last night, right? It's probably in the 30s. And why do you sleep in a ditch, Albot? Because it was actually warmer than sleeping in my car, right? And I could stretch out, right? And I had, one of those survival sleeping bags and a nice piece of foam to lie, right? And I had a nice pillow, right? So I was fine. And I was safe. I was out of harm's way, right? Because I was in a pretty nasty neighborhood, gunshots and police cars, and things of that nature, right? And when I was packing up to go to this morning, someone said, "Where'd you sleep? You just sleep?" I said, "Yes, but there was a shootout in that house, and then they took out 3 dead bodies." I said, "Well, that's good. There's somebody in that house now to shoot, right?" And the guy said, "That's what I'm talking about. Knowing you're 20, knowing you're 360, you don't have to worry about your life. And you can then come to a beautiful place like this and have an amazing breakfast for only $4 more than going to McDonald's, right? And the coffee is amazing. Right? Everything was top of the notch. Like that waffle was like, if you could even get a waffle at McDonald's, it would be like, sawdust and starch. Or fruit juice. Or, kind of tingly. So hello there, number one. Good to see you. Morning, evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is your Sensei Al Bob coming to you on Dreamy Dreamland. This is Sensei Al Bob, you agree on, right? Tell you a story. And I'm on the Bop, I have very limited resources. And, but it'll work out because you'll help me out. We'll send things to donations. These are donations. They don't charge for anything. Send me donations to my PayPal, dudewake42 at Gmail, dudewake42 at Gmail. And I want to thank all those who have been sending me stuff, and, people have been sending me 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 bucks. It's great. You want to send 500 bucks, that'd be really great, but it's really not the amount that counts. It's the thought that counts, right? So So I'm on the Bop, and I will be going into interesting territory and bringing you interesting stories, meeting interesting people. Um, but right now, I just wanted to reach out to you because I could, because I have Wi-Fi here. I wanted to tell you where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'm on the Bop, and all those who are in harm's way, and with the hurricane coming up the East Coast, watch out. Go to Thor Weather or Oppenheimer Ranch with Diamond. Both of those guys do a very good job in giving what's going on, not just this minute, but a good month into the advance, right? And our weather doesn't. We're never really informed about anything. So that's the story. Um, 2023 is going to make the last 6 years look like nothing, look like Donna Reed, right? So get ready for that. And it's all been planned, it's all scripted, but you won't have a clue. I keep talking about, you know, when the visitors land on the front porch of the United Nations, and they've already been, um, Valiant Thor has, been there since '47. We've had, and the guy who, shot Kennedy and orchestrated Nixon's downfall, um, a news guy who was his buddy, last time he saw him. Um, and they talked about, and this guy had cancer, he had this, he had that. He knew he was going to die relatively soon. So he had this lunch at their favorite restaurant in D.C. And he said, I'll tell you everything because I'm out of here. So, he talked about everything. And I forget the guy's name, but he gave this story to Art Bell. And if you go to dark journalism, that guy has a real good take on this. But anyway, that guy, I forget the guy's name, but he was head of the dirty tricks department. He was a CIA guy, right? And anyway, so the newsman said, so all of these things are interconnected. What is the major reason why American politics has been, it's always been off the wall and always been representing the ruling class, but since 1947, we've been the military industrial complex. What's really going on? And this guy goes, it's all about the alien agenda. Alien agenda. It's like guys from up there or just guys from Mexico. It's like, or Sweden, during those days, during World War II with the OSS, they had a section called foreign technology, right? And alien technology, and they were talking about the Nazis. They knew the Nazis were talking to people not from here. And again, dark journalism does a very good job of exposing that stuff. Joseph P. Farrell, Catherine Austin Fitz, um, Jordan Maxwell, the guy who's all about COG, continuation of government, all of these things. They're all, FEMA, COG, Homeland Security, they're all the same entity. Right? So, and it's always the usual suspects that have the hand in a cookie jar. So, here we are, 14 minutes. So at 15:15, I'm going to say goodbye and do other things. And I'll come back and see you sometime around 1 p.m. Okay? You know what this is? Live long and prosper. You don't know what this is. I'll see you later, guys. Remember to breathe. Love you.